Okay, I'm gonna do my daily review. We're gonna start off with ES, just the S&P. On the daily, uh, we had a red candle. We had a nice green candle yesterday. We did really well. Today, we got underneath the low of yesterday, but we came back up. And as far as I'm looking at it, it doesn't look like we want to close below the 5 EMA yet. We struggled there, and we'll see on the 5 minute. And we decided we just pretty much stayed there, really. So that's where we are today. Tomorrow's FOMC, so we'll see if that changes things. Okay, now for the hour. Today it wasn't a bad trading day for me, but it was kind of rough. It wasn't smooth. It started smooth, but then I made some mistakes. But anyway, okay, starting today, we look on ES. We were looking to like we were transitioning. We started off. This is the 8 o'clock candle. That big red candle was the 8 o'clock candle. And we hadn't quite crossed yet. It was the confirmation candle for me that we were going bearish. So if I were just trading the 1 hour, what I would want to do is after this candle closed at 9 o'clock, I will be looking for a pullback. I would want to see a pullback up to the 5 EMA, but it definitely could have taken it pull back up to the 50, because the purple line is the 50 EMA, the gold line is the 200. So we went up to the 50 EMA, and that would have been maybe like in the middle of this, just to get confirmation, get in to go short. That would have been okay. Or you could have just waited till it got to the 5 EMA, which it did with this green candle, and then taken that short. But then we started consolidating. We can look at the 5 minute. We can see how we were consolidating very, very tight right here. And that was kind of right above or right at the 5 EMA on the daily. We were just consolidating. As far as taking trades on ES, okay, I did take the first trade I took of the day. Was a really good trade. I didn't stay in, obviously, long enough, but I got in when I saw we broke this consolidation right here. This big red candle closed under this consolidation. And once I saw this big red candle, I was looking for a pullback. We got back up here. I got in somewhere along here and took a scalp down and got $200 off of that. But then, it's kind of a long story. I took a trade on gold. That worked out. Then I saw another trade on gold that didn't work out. And I was up 350. But anyway, that was my first trade of the day. This was my first ES trade of the day. And I took a scalp or so along the way. That was kind of a revenge trade. But really, this was my only trade on ES. There were other trades that could have been taken. Just had to be very careful, because we had one close above the 5. If you got in at the 5, you could have got in into there. There was another one you could have taken. These were all scalps. And then like right around here, you probably want to stop, because it looks like we're evening. We're kind of like double bottoming almost. So after this, after seeing that this came up and reversed after hitting this, probably want to slow down on the shorts. And if you slow down, it was just consolidation. And once these moving averages start all coming together, I don't trade that. So I didn't trade any of this. None of this at all. I traded this, and I got like a scalp somewhere before we started doing that. So that was ES. NQ, most likely the same. Let's see. We made a lower low than ES. ES didn't close below the 5 EMA, but NASDAQ closed below the 5 EMA on the daily. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. We're going to keep going down or what. And go to the hour. All right, the hour started off bullish. Oh, I'm sorry, bear. No. No, this candle is the same as the S. This candle confirmed the bearish bias, because that's when the 5 EMA, the black line, got under the 20 EMA, and we closed under the 5 EMA. And so you want to get in short when we get back to the 5 EMA and show on the 5 minutes show a reversal pattern going short. So that, I mean, it would have been hard to trade unless you just wanted to jump in somewhere here, or just use the 5 minute and just stay in it. But as far as the hour, if for my strategy, taking an hour trade, I have to wait till this candle finishes. But you know, I did take the trade off a 5 minute on ES because it looked bearish, and I also have a stipulation that says if we have a closure, in order for me to violate kind of my strategy on waiting for the 1 hour to agree, if we have closures under the 50 EMA, I can take it, but it's a B setup. But yeah, we see the same thing on NQ. We broke down here. We came and pulled up to the 5 right here, which is like the trade I took on ES. We went down. So it's the same kind of consolidation. It was a pretty hard day to trade because once this move was done, the rest was just chop. You know, and unless you're a range chop trader, which I like to do short-term trends, this is not tradable. All right, so the next one is gold. Gold is still making higher highs. Let's see. Yeah, we're making higher highs. Let's go to the hour. I took a trade on gold as well. That was my second trade of the day. Yeah, we're bullish, so only should have been looking for longs. But I did take a short on gold that worked out okay. That worked out as expected. We had closed under the 5 EMA. I'm sorry, the 50 EMA. Right here. 50 EMA is this purple line. We had closed here. So I was okay taking my B setup. We came back up over the 20. I'm sorry, over the 5. We hit the 20. And then we started coming back down. I didn't take this one, but we came back up and we went back to the 20. And then this red candle closed below the 5 EMA. And I waited for a little small pull back up. I got back in somewhere in this area, and I took it to almost to the end. I was like at the bottom of, I got at the end of the end of the body of this green candle. So I did that. I had taken the ES trade, took this trade, and I was up 350. But then I saw this, and I wanted to take this because we had the cross of the 5 over the 20. We had a close above the 50 EMA, and we're bullish on the at 1 hour, so this would have been an A+ setup. So I wanted to take this. Usually if I'm up to 350, I'm done for the day, but I like this setup. So I got in, I know, somewhere around here at the 50 EMA probably. And it just consolidated for so long. At first I had my stop under the 20 EMA. I had it bigger. And then it just kept taking its time, and just because these one candles represents 5 minutes, and I'm an in and out scalper. So it's just taken forever. So I tightened my stop thinking, okay, if we're going to fall down and reverse, I don't want to lose a whole lot. So I tightened my stop to just at the 20 EMA, which is along this red line. So it's just like pretty much I tried to set it. I kept setting it somewhere near that red line. And this candle, this green candle, stopped me out just by a couple of ticks. I got stopped out. And so I lost, so I had a $200 trade with ES, then I had a $150 trade win with GC, and this I lost the 150. So I was kind of upset about that. But I kept looking at the chart and looking for another opportunity. Then I saw this was the top of the consolidation where we were just going up and down. This was the top of this consolidation. So I drew a line there and I was like, if we get a closure above this consolidation and a dip back down, I'll get in. So we did that. We had a closure over the consolidation. We came back down and I took that up. I didn't get all of my money back. I just got like half of it back. I could have got all of the money back if I had stayed in the trade, but I didn't. So that was that day. So I was up 350. So I had the $200 trade with ES and I took a scalp later on for 50 bucks. I was up 150 with GC, and then when I got the other trade on, I was up 80. So end up being up 330 instead of the 350, which is okay. And then we came back down. I was considering getting in, but then I was like, no, I didn't want to do what I did last time. I was okay with my P&L was fine. And I'm actually at my weekly target already, so I didn't take it. But I could have got in this area here. And volume had dried up because gold was closed at the time. But I could have got in at the 5 EMA and just been patient. And I probably would have gotten at least 200 bucks on this trade. But I didn't take it. I didn't want to risk it. Crude's doing the same thing it's been doing. It's nothing really exciting about it. We're dancing at that same level. We seem to come up and hit the 20 EMA on the daily and then pop right back down. On the hour today, we started off bullish, but we hit that 20 EMA on the daily and we just started falling. Just looking for an hour trade. This candle confirmed the crossover. And you're just basically waiting for a pullback up to the 5 EMA. We had it here. We wicked up and then we came back down right here. Would have been a good entry point somewhere here. And it went back down. And then we just went sideways, it looks like. So yeah. So like right here-ish. Could have got in somewhere in this area, but the market was closing, so the volume kind of started drying up a little bit. And that would have been, we just had to hold it for a long time. And that's my problem. I need to work on patience as far as letting the trade take its time. That's it. There's nothing else. I mean, let's see. There was Ling Hogs. I don't know why I keep calling it Ling Hogs. It's live cattle that I was considering trading, but it's just it moves slow. And again, I need to work on my patience because when the market opened, it went up here. And I, again, set a target to get in long if it hit around this area, which it did. And then we went up from there. So if I had gotten in, I probably would have gotten in somewhere right here when we crossed. That would have been a decent scalp. But it moves so slow because obviously it's not a big traded item. But, even though it moves slow, it's doing what I want it to do, what I think it should do. So it's tradable, but I'm just not patient enough. All right, well, tomorrow's the big day. I don't know if I'm going to trade tomorrow. I usually don't trade on FOMC day, so I'm not even going to set an alarm to get up. If I get up and it's early and I see a setup before the whole FOMC thing start, possibly I'll do a trade. But otherwise, I'm not looking to trade tomorrow. So that's it. Bye-bye.